The way una take dey talk to this Peter Obi, una dey craze for head. Are you people mad? I'm genuinely asking and see finish abi na because una see say na good person, he go just follow law, do what he supposed do. Is that why you people are having the courts to talk to him anyhow? I know see this video if you use and take for show me come out for body, but they let me beg. Like, you are releasing a 15 paragraph tweet to him anyhow because it's a Peter Obi. And you do the same for another Nigerian politician. Can you do it for Oshomole? Oshomole will scatter things inside airports. You no even give am 1 week ultimatum. Una dey mad for head o. Even by your nano guard the other day, Peter Obi is a pathological liar. Una dey mad for head o. What's wrong with you people? The way you take rush come outside now, can't talk. Comment section don't kukuma disappoint you. You don't release video. In your video now, it shows say cars park for there. No be only in park. Everything where you talk now, so it appear for your video. But the only thing that did not appear is him having a conversation with your officials. That's to show you that he probably was not even talking about the Abuja incident. And that's also to show that this incident happened in almost every airport in Nigeria. Two people try to treat him less of himself. If not be say the man strong on his own, I sure say for don't even die or enter depression. But yet you are quick to release a 15 paragraph memo. What you cannot do to an average Nigerian politician. This is the reason why I said last week or last 2 weeks, I told the travel team, as I no go fit they go again. Because when I see the humiliation this man goes through, I can't even go through it. I can't. And when you want to talk, he says, no, calm down. That's the corruption we are saying we will dismantle. I say, no, let's even talk. You can't talk. I said, I don't think go again, no. You know, let me. See the way you people address him outside. Because now woman say they talk to your husband for outside. Now people say they know whether they give him opiates to some food for inside house. See the way you people address him. You are giving him 1 week. Can you even do it to, you can't do it to a local government chairman self. Now you see why I said to be good person, not good for Nigeria. It's not a good thing to be a good person in this country. See the way you are addressing him. Number one, the incident, maybe it wasn't even Abuja airport. Have you even called him to know, sir, please, where did this happen? Was it in Abuja or where exactly? Let him even brief you. You don't quick, you come as I can't talk. Meaning this is how he's been going through everything. Government agencies in Nigeria treat Peter Obi bad. Let's say the facts. The other day came outside to talk about how people don't want to talk to him. And Bayo came outside to say, oh, you are a liar. Are you aware that up to 14 universities, federal universities in Nigeria, have refused Peter Obi to come into their school and grant speech to the students because he's a Peter Obi? So they pay me saying that Peter Obi did the opportunity where it's there. No be people like, man, don't mention them, they don't say they implicate person. We go really put una for a place. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Hey, he's police driver. Peter Obi, I don't even know say they're entitled to police driver. I'm just hearing it from your mouth. Are you people aware that his policeman was withdrawn? Peter Obi works in the hands of God when they go around. And maybe few security from other agencies where if he manage gets. No police driver with him. But they just come out and talk. Now we have your attention. Can you please give him police driver? Because sometimes we walk around at night scared.
Festus Keyamo, Mr. Festus Keyamo, the accidental public servant. Ekpele. Congratulations, sir. A round of applause for you. Through Peter Obi, you have won Global Award for Global Best Practice on Parking Motor. The Global Award for Airport Work. Receive it, sir. Your mentor, the late Ganifa Wemi, will be very proud of you. Ani ori buruku lenshi. Oshi lenshi. So after all the jumping around, human rights, democracy, activate this and that, this is it. What the Affliction Progressive Congress APC cannot destroy does not exist. You should be thoroughly and decisively ashamed of yourself. So when I don't release CCTV for Peter Obi, you don't investigate after our investigation with how many paragraphs of tweets because we have this have been able to ascertain Oshi. The same way you were able to do CCTV video and retweet when King Wasiu and they won't use chess to stop jets from flying for airport. I be the time when Oshomole convert airports to Royal Rumble Ring. The same way you were able to do it. What a tragedy of a country. But what do you expect when you allow lunatics to overrun the asylum? That the legitimate concerns of a presidential candidate about his personal security, you go trivialize them to CCTV footage and investigation for wrong parking of motor for this and that. What a shame. But before I even get to your so-called CCTV and investigation, Oga Festus Keyabobo, you know why a lot of Nigerians do not panic when people like you attack Peter Obi? Because Nigerians also know what you are about and what you stand for. As the saying goes, when a person tells you whom they are the first time, believe them. So God will continue to use characters like you to campaign and amplify the person of Peter Obi. Keya Bobo, no panic. That Peter Obi presidency, you will be alive to experience it. Because instead of your attacks to diminish Peter Obi, it rather endears him to the hearts of Nigerians. Because we can see clearly, say we know they make mistakes. Say we know they stand and support nonsense. We are not supporting and working or defending a person that has a drug for future case in America. So with all the mischief, all their wuye of their Oriburuku APC, everything where una don't try, since you cannot get anything to stick to the man, you cannot get him to be involved in drug for future case in United States of America. You cannot pull him in to say he was in the award contract to convicted money launderers. You cannot pull his nuclear family to be parasiting on the commonwealth of the people. You cannot tie him to corruption, fraud, criminality, and all the embezzlement going on in the country. You cannot tie him to say he converted state resources into, or state institutions into private ones. Okay, after all your trying and hard trying, you have been able, when I don't come up with one thing, oh, what can that thing be? Okay, alleged wrong packing. What a shame. What a tragedy. May no country have the misfortune of having charlatans destroy their nations when people are suffering and dying with real issues. So make we talk about the CCTV video we wanna do. According to your CCTV, by 8:28, the car come, 8:30, the driver park. 2 minutes later, he come out, then come back, open boot, and then another 2 minutes, they don't clamp the car. Everything happened between the space of about 6 to 8 minutes, which is not even up to the 10 minutes for airports like Heathrow, a global time for passenger timing. So it now begs the question, Keyamo, at what point does it become an offense? At what point they go clamp the motor? At what point do you communicate to the citizens, because you are supposed to be there to serve and not to victimize? And then at what point does it become victimization or witch hunting, where you pick which one to enforce law and clamp, and then the ones where you go leave? Peter will be a presidential candidate, a former 2-term governor, former chairman of Security and Exchange Commission, with all of the security issues and the attacks where they face. Even when you will see every day members of ruling parties, politicians displaying hooliganism, rascality in the airport and public institutions, yet there is no law to enforce on them. But once it comes to Peter Obi, everybody will begin to show. Even in countries where you go to, where you fly, go America, the courtesies that are given to a candidate that is running for election to protect them and protect their interests. When they talk, say in your CCTV, a policeman came down from the vehicle, are you aware that Peter Obi does not have a police orderly, say driver or whatever, that even the security that is supposed to be given to him, that he's entitled to, the slave masters that you worship and work for have refused and denied him that access? Oh, you think, do you know how many airport experiences and confrontations where Peter Obi have suffered that he will not even come out to mention? You think what he was referencing in that interview is even about the Abuja airport? What a shame. Coming out, you self, Keya Bobo, you threaten Peter Obi, he must pay the 25,000 naira or what? Or what? Festus Keyamo. Small nyash they shake. Everybody go threaten Peter Obi, even Festus Keyamo. Una don't see us finish. But one of the good things where all of this have shown is that, at least from this video, we can see that truly, if this is even video of Peter Obi motorcade, so now that one motor Peter Obi they carry waka. So truly, this man is not pretending. He's actually not financially irresponsible. He's very prudent. Nigerians, quickly go and get your PVC.
The person whose picture appears in my background is Festus Keyamo. Let me tell you about Festus Keyamo. Festus Keyamo was my schoolmate. We attended the same school, Government College, Ughelli, way back in the 80s. And trust me, he was one of the intelligent students we had in school that time. We belonged to the same press club. And one of his write-ups were usually one of the best. In fact, his write-ups, one of the write-ups that takes me to the notice board. I read his write-ups and excellent. But how they manage to take the best of us and turn them stupid because of the love of money is one thing that has continuously baffled me. How can the best of us be turned to zombies, or financial zombies, or economic zombies, so much so that their ability to be rational is completely taken off, so much so that the love of money completely melts their realities? Baffles me. How can Festus Keyamo say that NDC is playing political 419 and it has been taken too far? What is political 419? That NDC is deceiving Nigerians. It's refreshing in my heart that they are afraid. Because The people that are following Peter Obi, they are not following a political party. They are following a person that has exemplified exquisite character that is emulatable. We see Peter Obi is a phenomenon, and it will take the highest brains and scholars to study the underpinnings of why this man is taking this crowd along. This Festus Keyamo, personally, this was a man I approached when things were rough for me. I said, Festus, how about now? With Happen? And he said he wouldn't help me because I don't belong to APC. Can you beat that? Can you beat that? Can you imagine that? That is what APC does to you. He's the Minister of Aviation. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your progress. But hey, guy, the fact say you fit done like this, they hold me, na me Magnus Orakao. Now me where you come beg t-shirt, black t-shirt, say you want to do one program for school that time. Way back in the 80s, say you don't get black t-shirt because you remember say I get black t-shirt, you come borrow me. You come borrow me. Now you be minister. God don't lift you. You they look down on people, your fellow schoolmates, because God don't lift you. Make you they think, oh, no allow political party turn your head, Festus. Now you, now me, oh. Now me, where they in the age where they keep afro. This first camp they keep afro, one big afro, tall, lanky boy, very intelligent guy. But God don't make us now. You, me, they do content for Facebook. You be minister. I meet you, say my picking school fees. You tell me say because you know because I know the APC, you know go help me. Therefore, my picking at the university very soon you go finish. That picking you know give school fees that time. You go soon finish university.
So Peter Obi raised an alarm about attacks upon his life and his business, his livelihood, means of making money. Attacks from all angles on his life. I don't understand why the current government is trying to intimidate oppositions, trying to intimidate anyone that is against them. And after the interview, I did not see any of the Igbo politicians come out to say this is unacceptable. We can't be attacking an opposition, or we can't be attacking, or people should not be attacking our brother. Regardless of your party affiliation, Peter Obi is your brother. Regardless of who you believe in, you are free to believe in whoever you want to believe in, or support whoever you want to support. But we should not be attacking presidential candidates. Peter Obi is a Nigerian, just like everyone else, every one of us. Sorry. I don't understand why all the attacks are channeled towards Peter Obi. Tinubu government is frustrating Peter Obi's effort because they knew that he won the last election. Shamed on Tinubu, shamed on APC, shamed on all that are attacking Peter Obi for no just cause. Peter Obi has not done anything to any one of you. The election of 2023, we all know, and you that is watching this video, you know that Peter Obi won the election. That is why everyone is talking about Peter Obi. That is why they are all channeling their attacks towards Peter Obi. You people should leave Peter Obi alone. The guy has not done anything wrong but wish for a better Nigeria. Why the attack? Shamed on Tinubu's government, shamed on the APC, and shamed on whoever that is consciously attacking Peter Obi. It is unfortunate that this is the Nigeria APC is building for the next generation.
Festus Keyamo is alleging that the events happened at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport in Abuja, of course, in the domestic terminal, on July the 4th, 2026 at about 8:28 p.m. And then he went on to say that Mr. Peter Obi had arrived at the airport with his police driver. And then, of course, he went to the airport, the driver went in. Timelines, of course, here and there, blah, blah, blah. We'll get all of those details in a jiffy. And then somehow, after leaving the car unattended. By airport standards and risk safety measures, you are not supposed to leave your car unattended. Not to forget that he said that the car was parked in a drop-off zone or drop-off area. It means that somebody must be attending to that car at a time, because you are supposed to be picking and dropping off airport users or passengers, or as it were. So, but on that particular day, and for the vehicle of Mr. Peter B, it was unattended. And after about 30 minutes of being unattended, airport authorities took the safety measure of clamping the vehicle. That when the driver returned to the vehicle and found that it was clamped, went on to speaking with the airport management and furthermore connected Mr. Peter B to speaking with them, and somehow his vehicle was unclamped and allowed to be given back to the driver without him paying anything. There's a statutory 25,000 that's supposed to be paid when the vehicle is clamped. However, Mr. Peter B didn't have to pay because he had personally introduced himself to the airport authority, who at the time did not know that the vehicle even belonged to him, not that there were other vehicles there like Mr. Peter B had alleged. Festus Keyamo went on to say that there was no political persecution in this matter, and then Mr. Peter B is trying to draw this narrative to seek public sympathy. Consequently, Mr. Festus Keyamo has now demanded that Peter B must make a public apology for this indictment on dutiful airport staff, and also return to the airport to pay a voluntary sum of 25,000. It's supposed to be fee for leaving the vehicle unattended for a particular period of time at the airport. And so it is expected that Peter B does it. In fact, he went on to say that if within 1 week Mr. Peter B doesn't fulfill these demands, that the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria FAN would be permitted to take further actions. However, this is good. Now, first off, it is good enough to see that there is an event to attach to the accusations or the statement of Peter B, because a lot of persons that allege that he's fabricating some of these stories, he's lying, and they are curated, they are created to draw public sympathy. The fact that investigations were done and that we're able to find an event to that effect shows that in fact the man has not be lying about every other thing that has happened, because if we're also able to investigate others, we will find at least one event per all of the statements or references that Mr. Peter B had given. However, technically, looking through at the timelines of these particular footages, a few things have been jotted down by very smart Nigerians, and we want answers to these questions. First, according to the timeline from the video you are seeing, the vehicle had arrived at about 20:28 p.m. on the said day, July 4, 2026. The driver parked the vehicle at about 20:30, 2 minutes later. The driver returned to retrieve an item for the vehicle at about 20:32, another 2 minutes later. Then he returned 2 minutes later again at 20:34 to find the vehicle clamped. The duration of this whole activity seems to be 6 minutes, right? Yet, Mr. Festus Keyamo is alleging that it was after 30 minutes later that the vehicle was clamped. And experts are saying, within airport safety measure and regulations, every vehicle is allowed at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yet, this vehicle may have been clamped within 6 minutes. However, let's also ask some other very pertinent question. So it's time to ask Festus Keyamo, what time precisely? Because you were able to pinpoint the time that the vehicle arrived. How come you forgot detailed timelines to the time the vehicle was clamped and to the time the calls were made? We'd like to know what time all of this happened. Then secondly, what is the maximum time allowed for passengers to disembark from vehicle before a violation occurs? What is the maximum time that a driver is allowed, a passenger is allowed to disembark from vehicle before it is said to have violated airport regulations? We'd like to know this. Then if you think it's not enough, I also appeal that a high-powered committee is set up officially to investigate this matter, because it has become something of a national concern. It is even more important than anything else, more important than the 1.3 billion naira that has been taken off the Nigerian budget. So we want a 320-man committee. And then we want NBA, we want NUJ, we want the Nigerian Judicial Council, we want EFCC, ICPC, Code of Conduct Bureau, right? The National Security Advisor Office. We want National Assembly, at least 10 members of the National Assembly, 10 members of the House of Rep. Okay, 10 from the Senate, 10 from the House of Rep. In short, we'll have 10 governors in the committee, at least 320 members. Which other committee am I forgetting? Another very strong parastatal of government. FAN, yes, of course, FAN. We want the APC, the PDP, the NDC, the ADC, the AAC, all of them, 320 member panel to be put together to investigate this matter, and let's get to the bottom. So that if the panel now, at the end of the day, after hearing from all sides of the divide, now find Mr. Peter Obi guilty, he will do the need to apologize and pay the fine, so that we can move on, because this is what is keeping the country behind and making the country not to attain its economic, developmental, infrastructural, and renewed hope agenda. We are idiots.
Hi, welcome back. Now it is now Festus Keyamo, not Daniel Bohala anymore. You can see what and people that APC, are raising. This kind of people that this APC are raising are people that are always causing trouble in this nation. Something that they have already said that has passed is something that Festus Keyamo go forge a CCTV camera, and he was even threatening somebody just because the person is an opposition. You can see what these guys are really doing to the opposition and many other people. There is one thing I would like every one of you to know about this APC. They like weighing people's down. If you are so strong and they don't like you, they will want to weigh you down so that you won't have any mouth, so that you won't have any say. Though this kind of thing and this one they are trying to do, I don't think they can do this one and go free, because a lot of persons are really angry. We are trying to liberate ourselves out of this poverty and different things that these guys has put us through, but these guys haven't and never want to stop, just because they want us to remain under them. That is why even Festus Keyamo of yesterday, who has not ruled any state, I don't think so, who has not ruled any state or do anything before, is now here talking to PO anyhow. You can see how they have downgraded this nation to. Now I want to tell every one of you who are always coming to making noise, because you guys are always good at making noise. This time it is better you guys talk to these guys that are threatening PO, in their faces, than you coming out to on camera to be talking. Because now I am, getting some of you guys and understanding some you guys. There are some persons, even though they at the venue of where a lot will be said against PO, they won't say anything. They rather, leave those people there and go and carry their camera. That is not what we want. If you are in any place where anybody is talking any different things or lying against PO, I think the best thing you yourself should do is to go against that person immediately. If everybody has been doing that, I don't think this would have gained a lot of momentum the way it has gotten. So to those of you who are saying go and get your this and that, I understand your own perspective. And to those of you who were always against PO, I think time shall come where you guys should be called to come and face the judgment of your action, because most of you might think that this power would ever be with you and around you forever. Just know that it was someone who handed it over to this Bola Tinubu that you guys are under talking anyhow. It was someone who handed it over to him. And also, even though PO didn't win probably in 2027, just note that in 2031, this your master strategist that you guys are always calling this guy will come out, and all of you they are under him doing rubbish today will be called to question. Even Arambambi, that one when no get nyash, they have small nyash, they even shake, they even talk into. So I don't want to go back to his own because his own is not important. So let's just move to all this Festus Keyamo, the Minister of Aviation, to focus. We should want them to focus on their job than coming out to show anybody a CCTV camera of how a car was parking, this and that. That is not what we are really here for. Festus Keyamo, I think you're still very, very small to even say that PO should do this and that. So just go and rest, Festus Keyamo. Thank you.